It's freezing. It is freezing. So cold now. I was in here in a t-shirt like 2 weeks ago. Now, look at me. I've warmed it up a little bit, put the heater on. It's all good now. So, ever wondered what happens to tomato ketchup in resin? Me neither. But we're about to find out. But before we do, I want to have a big shout out for today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. Now this is one thing you've definitely got to have. I've actually used these guys before, and what I've used them for is to be able to watch stuff like Sky that we've got here in the UK. Do you have it abroad, Sky? Or is it something else? Netflix, things like that which you can't watch when you're sunbathing in Spain. I mean, I'm talking in the evenings, you know, when the sun goes down. You ever tried connecting up, trying to watch your favourite programme, Netflix or Sky or something like that, and you just can't watch it because you're not based in that country? And for me, the UK. But click on ExpressVPN and connect to a server in the UK, then, hey, I'm in the UK. And I can watch whatever I want, whenever I want. So, I'm in United Kingdom. You can change your location wherever, and there's so many to choose from in the location. You just choose the location. You can go to all. There's loads of them in here. You can just select any one you want. The recommended ones are already listed. So let's just say I'm off to Spain and I want to watch Netflix. My favourite program's on Netflix. I don't want to miss it. So you can't watch Netflix when you're away. But you click on this, United Kingdom, connects up to the United Kingdom server, which now means, boom, there we go. We are connected already, which now means I'm in the United Kingdom again. But I'm not. So now I can watch Netflix, I can watch Sky, because it actually thinks that that is where I am, which is really great news. And you can swap it around whenever you want, so you can just change the location straight away. Let's say we want to connect to a server in Spain. Just connect on Spain, bang, straight away connects straight in. Yes, diez felices. Woohoo! I'm pretty sure that that means happy days. ExpressVPN also prevents hackers. VPNs basically encrypt your data, preventing others from sniffing about. So check out ExpressVPN, guys. For less than $7 a month and a 30-day money-back guarantee, it's worth every dollar. So take back your internet privacy today and check out expressvpn.com/Nick Zametti. That's EXPRESSVPN.com/Nick Zametti to learn more and take back your internet privacy today. This is a really great product, guys, so I urge you to check them out. Plus you'll be helping me out and the channel. Cheers. So I was eating my chips, my fish and chips. I grabbed the old ketchup and I thought to myself, you know what? Ketchup. That's right. Ketchup. Wonder what that would do if I stuck that in a load of resin. See if we can make something from it. That's when I had my light bulb moment. And I thought to myself, let's try that. Let's see if we can mix up a load of this ketchup into resin and see if we can get, 1, it to adhere to the resin and see if it will go off. 2, will it still smell like ketchup? 3, will it taste like ketchup? Not that we're going to be tasting it, but I just thought I'd say it. And how would it turn out? That's what I thought I'd do for you today, is another kind of little experiment. See if we can make a tomato ketchup bowl. Now I don't know about you, but I love my ketchup. Not sure what's actually in it. Just rocking out my Harry Potter glasses. Basically, no artificial colours, no artificial flavours, no artificial preservatives, just ketchup. I reckon this is going to be really, really fun. Well, there we go. Look at that. That is in there now. It's kind of orange, isn't it? Creamy orange. I thought it was going to come out like red, but it doesn't seem to have done that. So I'm not sure whether we should add a bit of dye to this, you know, because I kind of was hoping it was going to be this really bright, vibrant red, but once it gets mixed in with the resin, it's sort of gone a bit of a soup kind of colour. It's definitely not soup, but yeah, it looks really weird, strange. So not even too sure whether or not this is going to set or not, but anyway, let's see if we can find some red, put a dab of red in it, and just see if it changes the colour slightly. Well, I've got a bit of this red illuminite dye, so I'm going to put a bit of this in it as well, just to see if it kind of like...
Got a bit of red going on now. There we go. It might be pink now. Pink. Not so much red. There's red on it. Red dye.
Well, it's definitely more red, but it's kind of a deep pink, so I think a little bit more dye. Okay, there we go. There it is, our ketchup and resin. Not too sure really. Bowl, hopefully, but I'm not actually too sure this is going to set, you know, because it's quite oily and I'm just not convinced. But there we go, that's what the experiment's all about, and if it does set, well, we'll be turning ourselves a nice ketchup bowl. She's now waiting in the pressure pot. We'll leave that in there overnight, see how this turns out. In the meantime, I need to go and take a shower. I smell a bit ketchup-y. Okay folks, are we ready to see how this has turned out? Oh, I've no idea. Oh, now that looks weird. Oh, has it gone off, or is it... What is that? Looks like it's got some kind of fungi on it. That looks weird, doesn't it? What is all that stuff? It's sort of like bubbled up, but actually it's set. This is actually set, but this has got some... Well, it's oil, isn't it? That's what it is. Oh. It's got oil in it, because tomato ketchup does have oil in it. Well, I've no idea if we're going to be able to turn this. I think we might be able to, but it looks like it's... Oh, it's pretty gross actually. Oh, look at that. I don't really want to taste that either. But this oil looks like it's oil that's come to the top. Oh look, it's inside there as well. Let's see if we can pop this out. Oh, it's coming out. Oh, look at this. It's actually, it's set. It is set, but it's just got, I don't know, it's just got lots of black bits in it. I'm not too sure what the black bits are really. But it's very strange. But it is solid. It's just a bit oily on the top, so I'm not too sure how it's going to turn. But let's find out. Let's get it on the lathe and see if we can make our ketchup bowl. So it's got all these kind of like really cool kind of like features in it, and I think that's where the oil in the ketchup has tried to kind of like escape. It looks quite cool actually, I quite like that. I wonder what it's going to look like when we sort of hollow it out. But keep going and see how funky we can make this. So this is actually making quite a lot of mess, and I can just really smell ketchup coming out of this bowl. You can see all this oil that's just coming out of the ketchup that's in there, and it's kind of like making a mess everywhere. I mean, this is, everything is not only covered in pink pink tomato ketchup shavings, which is quite cool actually. That does look quite cool. But also inside here, this is just, look, you can see that the light's not very good, is it? Is that a bit better? Yeah, so inside there you can see it's really quite nasty. It's really mouldy and it's just really not taken very well. But it's kind of a mixed bag of solid. There's loads of solid bits, but loads of like greasy bits, and it is really, really greasy and oily, and it does smell a bit weird. It's ketchup-y, but it's, I don't know, it hasn't liked it in there at all. But it actually has created a kind of a cool pattern. So we're going to carry on, see if we can hog this out. If we can sand it down, we will. The outside is a lot better than the inside, but we'll see how we get on.
This is definitely a weird one.
I don't know about you, but I'm covered in tomato ketchup. Well, that was a weird one to try. It looks kind of cool and funky looking, which is good because that's what we were kind of going for, and I was hoping that it was going to turn out that we could actually make something from it. Put my emblem in the bottom there, and look, all of this kind of like weirdness that's just formed. I think it's just because there's a lot of oil in ketchup, and I think it's just kind of mingled in there and mixed itself up. It kind of looks a bit like that burner, you know, that Lichtenberg burner that I got. You know, when you burn the wood, it kind of looks a bit like that, doesn't it? It's sort of like, it's got all these marks on it. I mean, obviously it's not like a perfect bowl, but I mean, it's just kind of it was an experiment I wanted to try and see whether or not it held up in resin. Ketchup. It smells a little bit ketchupy, but if I'm honest, it smells a little bit oily, and that is what's covered everywhere. I'm absolutely covered in ketchup. Well, I was earlier anyway, but I've washed since then. Now I need another wash. But it did have lots of oil coming out of it when I was turning it. There was just little, like, I don't know, just oozing oil. It was all over my tools, all over my bench, workshop, floor, all over my mask, everything. It was just covered in it. It's still kind of seeping out a little bit now, although not as much anymore. I've kind of like sanded it back, and it's okay actually. You know, it's kind of a weird piece to have. That is actually made out of tomato ketchup, well, and resin. And I thought the black emblem went quite well as well. Oh, talking about emblems, check these out. Now you can't really see too much, can you? Let me get one that I've just done. So I've just put some black paint in this. You can see it a bit better. So these are my new emblems that are going to go into my work. And as you can see, that is emblem number 41. Handmade by Nick Zametti. It's got my logo there, and it's numbered. And I thought these were really cool. I've got numbers from 1 to 100. And so every piece I make going forward, every decent piece, but every kind of half decent piece that I make, I'm going to put one of these in it, so that when I sell it, or somebody acquires it somehow, that it will be a numbered piece. And I thought that was really quite cool. I got these from Hanke. I will leave a link in the description. This guy is awesome. He's the guy that's also done a lot of my burning irons and stuff, and he makes these coins, these brass coins for you. Anything you want on there, any logo. And I just come up with the idea, and normally you would just get all of these just with the logo on them, and I said, look, can you do me 100 from 1 to 100? And he was like, yeah, it's going to take a little while, but you can do it. But to be fair, he did it really quickly and really cheap, if I'm honest. I think it was really cost effective to get all these done. So I would go and check out old Hanke. He's really cool. Martin, his name is. He's on Etsy. Again, leave a link below. But if you want to get your emblems made up, that is pretty cool. And it'll be quite cool because in the future you'll be able to pick a piece up, or you might find a piece of Nick Zametti's work and say, oh look, turn it over, see what number it is. Oh, this is number 75. Very good piece. This one's one of his earlier pieces, number 5. Well, maybe anyway. I just thought it was quite cool. So these will be going in my work moving forward. Cheers, Martin. Well, I hope you like that, folks. Thanks very much for watching. It was a little bit of a weird one for you. A little bit of an experiment. We did do an experiment a few weeks back with Orbeez in resin. If you haven't seen that, check it out. I will leave a link below in the description for that video as well, but it is on my channel somewhere. You may have already seen it. Don't forget to check out my sponsor, ExpressVPN. Thanks very much for sponsoring this video, guys. Really appreciate it. And if you want to help support the channel, please go and check them out. Thanks for watching. I'll leave stills up at the end. Please share the video, because I'm sure somebody wants to see ketchup in a bowl. Plus, it's weird and funny. So why wouldn't you? Thanks for all the new subscribers who come over to my channel. I'll leave stills up at the end, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Cheers, guys. Right, had a bit of an accident there. Apologise. on with the project.